So good in the red zone all year, and then all of a sudden sort of bite you today. Can you explain what happened?
You know, there's a lot of factors to that. You know, I thought we couldn't get into a rhythm of things. There was always going to have like one moment where someone let down their guard, or you know, we had a run play and we got hit back into a negative spot. You know, there was a couple miscommunication checks that happened. We got a little just discombobulated in terms of just not being on the same page at times, and you could sense the frustration between everybody out there because they're so used to executing that red zone at a high level, and we didn't. You know, and there's no excuse, and that's something that we will address, and we got to clean it up. But you know, overall, I thought they played with effort. You know, we still got a long ways to go. We do, and which is a positive. It's a humbling thing for these kids. They do have a lot of pressure on them to play perfect all the time, but you know, that's kind of the standard that we've set in that room, and they got to be, you know, at least thankful and not take this for granted that they still got a W out of this. But it's back to work, and they understand that we got a lot of room for improvement, and it starts with me, and we'll keep working forward with this.
You have to tell them to forget that, though, to forget that expectation and just
all the time,
be the best.
You know, and Will does a really good job at that, at handling, you know, that expectation. But you know, I thought we pressed a little bit too much, and we're trying to do things, you know, without the scheme, without the system, you know, and just kind of reverted to a little bit of last year. But you know, that's something that we talked about. What I was least pleased with is that they handled it with maturity compared to last week. Last week they went back out there. They were sustaining drives. They were. I don't know what the time of possession was, but it seemed like we were out there for a while. We just weren't finishing the drives, and that goes down to what we've normally been good. And we had a down day in the red zone, and Will did some uncharacteristic things. But hey, that's part of it. You know, I'll take the win, and that's some good motivation moving forward to Iowa State.
I think Will's interceptions were more forced errors, or the defense reading and jumping those routes.
A little of both. Like it was more on us than anything. You know, they are a very confusing defense. You know, they're in and out of air. I think they ran every front imaginable against us in every coverage and doing some things we've never seen before. And that's going to happen. That's what teams are going to do to us, and we need to react better to that. But a lot of it was miscommunication. There was some missed signals at times. There was missed checks. You know, and it was going on throughout the course of the game. It was not just down there. That's where it, you know, was magnified a lot. It was down in the red zone. But you know, it's just part of it. There's going to be some good teaching tape, and like honestly, I don't know if there's another team that could throw as many looks at that out there. So you know, this is good teaching tape for us to keep moving forward and understand that, you know, that teams are going to do this to you. So we got to be, you know, focused up. Like our attention to detail has to be on every single play, because we were very sporadic. You know, where we were in a lot of longer situations, which we hadn't been that way in a long time. So, yeah, it goes back down to focus and making sure that we're on the same page and understanding what the defense is trying to do, and make sure that that we are all, you know, on the same page with our checks.
Mixing stuff up have to do with some of the issues up front at Tom's discussion?
Yes, it was. You know, and you know, they didn't really do anything that we practiced for, which, you know, that comes down to just going through your base rules and making sure that we understand where the pressure's coming from and where the weaknesses are, and make sure that we get that. But you know, I think Matt does a good job. He does. You know, it's just something that, you know, he had a couple misses, which he comes off, he owns up to it, and we move on. You know, the thing that I emphasized the night before the game is you know, there's going to be adversity, there's going to be bad things that happen. But if you play consistently 4 quarters with great effort, which we lacked in the Texas Tech game, you could overcome some missed assignments and stuff. You know, we still got some issues at the right guard position, and you know, we need to keep working and getting better at it. These kids know that when we come in tomorrow, we're going to get back to work, and we're going to throw looks at them, and we're going to coach them up, and you know, make sure that, you know, it doesn't happen again.
As part of being a quarterback coach, teaching Will how to tackle?
I didn't see it. My headset was dragging behind me somewhere. I think Daniel's exploded over on that side too. But yeah, we need to avoid those situations, obviously. It was bizarre to me because there's like 3 pick-6 situations.
Yeah.
You know, where each time that you threw it, you're like, wow, this could really go 90 yards for a touchdown. And you know, I thought Will got a little down on himself, but that's part of the game. you know, every great quarterback has those moments, and you know, it's just really how you respond and play the next play. And I don't think a lot of that stuff affected him because I thought he finished the game well and he made some good plays at the end of the game.